You're in the middle of an important video call and your video freezes. You're about to win a competitive online game and your ping spikes into the hundreds. You're trying to stream a movie in 4K and it buffers endlessly. Your first thought is probably, is my internet just bad? But what if I told you it's not a coincidence? What if your internet service provider, the company you pay every month for a connection, is intentionally slowing you down? This practice is called bandwidth throttling, and in 2025, it's a silent epidemic affecting millions. ISPs have gotten incredibly sophisticated at managing network traffic, which often means deliberately limiting your speed during certain activities or at peak times to reduce congestion on their network. They rarely admit to it openly, hiding behind terms like network management, but you don't have to just accept it. You have a right to the speeds you're paying for. In this video, we're going to become internet detectives. I'm going to show you step by step how to gather concrete evidence that your ISP is throttling you, and then I'm going to give you the exact tools and strategies to fight back and reclaim every bit of speed you're owed. The first step is to gather evidence, and you can't rely on the basic speed test websites your ISP might promote. We need to use a more targeted approach. The best free tool for this is the WeHap, developed by researchers at Northeastern University. We is designed specifically to detect throttling by comparing your speed for a specific service, like Netflix or YouTube, against your speed for a generic, unthrottled connection. Here's how you use it. First, run a standard speed test from a site like speedtest.net or fast.com to get your baseline speed. Write this number down. Then, open the WeHap and run its tests. It will sequentially run traffic that mimics different services. The key is to run these tests during a time when you normally experience slowness, like in the evening. If you see a consistent, significant drop in speed specifically when the app is testing video or audio services, but your baseline speed is fine, that's a major red flag for throttling. Another method is to use a VPN during your normal activities. A VPN, or virtual private network, encrypts all your internet traffic. For many ISPs, this encrypted traffic is invisible. They can't see whether you're streaming, gaming, or torrenting, so they can't selectively throttle it. If you run a speed test without a VPN and get a slow result, then connect to a quality VPN server and run the same test again, a dramatic increase in speed is a near smoking gun for throttling. This simple before and after test is one of the most powerful ways to prove what's happening. Now that you suspect throttling, let's talk about why it's happening. ISPs don't throttle everyone all the time. They typically target specific types of data-heavy traffic. The most common culprits are video streaming services like Netflix, YouTube, and Disney+, especially at 4K resolutions. They also frequently throttle peer-to-peer traffic, which is used for torrenting and some online gaming. The reason is simple. This data consumes a massive amount of bandwidth. By slowing it down, they can manage network congestion and, some argue, push you towards their own sponsored services or more expensive plans with higher data caps. This is a critical net neutrality issue. The principle of net neutrality is that all internet traffic should be treated equally. But without strong federal regulations in 2025, ISPs have significant leeway to pick winners and losers. They might slow down a competing streaming service while making their own service run flawlessly. Understanding their motive is key to fighting back effectively. It's not a technical glitch, it's a business decision made at your expense. The single most effective way to stop ISP throttling in its tracks is to use a reliable, high-speed VPN. As I mentioned, a VPN encrypts your data from your device to the VPN server. When your ISP looks at your connection, all they see is an encrypted tunnel of data. They can't tell if you're streaming 4K video, downloading large files, or just browsing text-based websites. Because they can't identify the type of traffic, their throttling systems have nothing to trigger on. Your traffic just looks like a generic, high-speed data stream. The pro tip here is to choose a VPN known for its speed and its stance on privacy. You want a provider with a no-logs policy, meaning they don't record your online activity. In your VPN app, you can often select different protocols. For the best combination of speed and security in 2025, look for options like WireGuard. It's designed to be lean and fast, minimizing the speed loss often associated with VPN encryption. The small cost of a good VPN subscription, often just a few dollars a month, is well worth it to bypass throttling and also add a significant layer of privacy to all your online activities. It's the ultimate 2-for-1 for taking control of your internet. If a VPN doesn't fully solve the problem, or if you want to take more direct action, your next step is to file a formal complaint. Start with your ISP directly. Call their customer support, but don't just talk to the first-line agent. Ask to be escalated to a Tier 2 support specialist or the retention department. Calmly and clearly state that you have evidence of throttling, mention the specific tests you've run with WeHand the VPN comparison, and insist that you are not receiving the service you are paying for. Sometimes, this alone can prompt them to refresh your line or adjust something on their end. If that fails, you should file a complaint with the Federal Communications Commission. The FCC has an entire website dedicated to consumer complaints. When you file, be specific. Include the dates and times of your tests, the evidence you gathered like screenshots of speed tests with and without the VPN, and a detailed description of the issue. Even in 2025, ISPs are required to respond to these formal FCC complaints, and it often triggers a direct response from a higher-level corporate support team. It creates a paper trail that holds them accountable. In conclusion, you don't have to live with a slow, throttled internet connection. The power is in your hands to test, verify, and take action. Start by using tools like WeHand AVPN to gather undeniable evidence that the slowdowns are intentional and targeted. Then, fight back by encrypting your traffic with a quality VPN, which is the most immediate and effective solution. And if that's not enough, use your power as a consumer to file formal complaints that force your ISP to address the issue. Your internet connection is a utility, a gateway to work, education, and entertainment. You are paying for a certain level of service, and you deserve to get it. Don't let your ISP be the gatekeeper of your online experience. Run the tests, get the VPN, and take back the speed and freedom you're paying for. The difference will feel like you've upgraded your entire internet plan without spending an extra dime.